The Nintendo Switch isn't known for having a lot of internal storage. Not even the OLED model changed that with its middling 64GB. To be fair, Switch games are small in comparison to PlayStation and Xbox, but if you're someone who frequently buys digital, the internal storage fills up fast. Whether that's you or not, having one of the best microSD cards to expand your storage is a must. Number 1. SanDisk Extreme microSD. With read and write speeds of 190 MB per second and 130 MB per second, respectively, the SanDisk Extreme clearly outclasses the Nintendo Switch's limitations. While the console is limited to UHSI speeds, that extra performance from the Extreme just means you'll top the charts more often than not in real-world situations. If anything, the most impressive aspect of the SanDisk Extreme is its durability. With resistance to shock, temperature, water, and X-rays, the itty-bitty microSD card is quite sturdy. Being heat-proof is particularly useful since that grants protection against any heat the console generates. You can leave the SanDisk Extreme in the Switch and never have to worry about it again. In every category that matters, the SanDisk Extreme goes above and beyond. It's fast, reliable, and durable, all the while having a fantastic price per gigabyte. All while having one of the best price per, making it the perfect companion for expanding the storage of your Nintendo Switch. Number 2. PNY Elite X microSD. In the case of a budget option, the PNY Elite X is an easy recommendation. Now, you don't have as much headroom as the SanDisk Extreme in terms of performance. The PNY Elite X clocks in at 100 MB per second and 90 MB per second read and write speeds, respectively. That's right at the edge of the Switch's limitations, which is great for a budget microSD card. The storage options for the PNY Elite X are odd, to say the least. They come in packs of 64 GB, 2 or 3 to a pack, but you can also choose single cards of 128 GB and 256 GB. Ultimately, it won't be a problem if you primarily buy physical copies of your games. You don't need as much storage when you do. With speeds that match the limitations of the Nintendo Switch and at a great price, the PNY Elite X is a no-brainer in the budget department. This is the go-to option if you primarily buy physical copies of games. Number 3. SanDisk Ultra microSD. With digital games becoming commonplace, some of which are exclusively digital, having plenty of storage is necessary. If you frequently buy digital games or just hate deleting games to make room for others, the SanDisk Ultra's 1.5 TB of storage is an embarrassment of riches. With just a single terabyte, you can store dozens of games, at about 20 GB apiece, and you'll still have room for more. In addition to a lot of storage, the SanDisk Ultra features equally good transfer speeds. It has the potential to reach 150 MB per second, although the Nintendo Switch won't be able to use a small portion of that. Still, having more is better to ensure data transfer stays consistent. Having a terabyte of space to store games is heavenly, but 1.5 TB of storage space is divine. The SanDisk Ultra is one of the few microSD cards to exceed 1 TB, and it has solid read and write speeds to boot. Number 4. SanDisk Extreme PRO microSD. Last but certainly not least, we have the SanDisk Extreme PRO, the fastest microSD card on our list, reaching 200 MB per second and 140 MB per second read and write speeds, respectively. The Extreme PRO is pretty darn fast. That means faster load times and data transfer than ever before. The SanDisk Extreme PRO is also rather tough, though not as rugged as the Samsung Evo Select. It features protection against shock, temperature, water, and X-rays. You'll likely never have to worry about any of those threats, especially X-rays, but it's better to have those protections than none at all. The SanDisk Extreme PRO is essentially a souped-up SanDisk Extreme, featuring even faster transfer speeds. It also gets bonus points for its ruggedness,